Amazon AWD is out of space. A really cool new keyword research tool from Helium 10 might be the coolest thing in the last few years. Plus, Amazon is experimenting with virtual multipacks. These stories and more on today's Weekly Buzz. How cool is that? Pretty cool, I think. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Serious Sellers Podcast by Helium 10. I'm your host, Bradley Sutton, and this is the show that is our Helium 10 Weekly Buzz, where we give you a rundown of all the goings-on in the Amazon, TikTok shop, and e-commerce world. We give you a training tip of the week, and we let you know what new features that Helium 10 has that'll give you serious strategies for serious sellers of any level in the e-commerce world. Let's see what's buzzing. All right, we're going to hop right into the news with the first, I was about to say article. It's not really an article, but rather something that's going on in the Facebook forums and other places I've seen, Slack channels. I've seen at least 15 people complaining about, I'm trying to send inventory to AWD, but they're saying there's no capacity. Like here's a message from David here in one of our Facebook groups saying, can't ship into AWD. It says it's full. Wrote to seller support and they said, wait 7 days. Anybody else having this issue? So I'm just wondering out there. I personally don't use AWD. I've got my own warehouse and I have no problem shipping FBA inventory into Amazon. But those of you who are using AWD, you guys been experiencing some issues. Let me know in the comments below how you're managing that. All right, next up is probably one of the coolest new feature alerts that we've done in the last couple of years outside of our TikTok stuff and outside of our search query performance. And it is something that I work very closely with the team to develop. And everybody knows that Helium 10 has like the best keyword research tools and keywords that nobody else has because we have such unique data points. But what some people complain was, I was like, man, it takes me like 2-3 minutes extra because I have to go to Magnet and I have to do like a couple different searches in Cerebro and I have to do search query performance and I got to go to brand analytics. And it's like really cool that Helium 10 has all these data points, but is there a way I can just have it all in one? And so what we came up with is this new feature in Listing Builder where you can hit all those data points in one. Now, there's still a place to do your keyword research in isolation. Like, hey, I just want to look at search query performance, or I want to do a real deep dive into Cerebro, look at the historical. But now you can do your cursory keyword research, and for 90% of you, this might be all you need. Like, you might not even need to go into those other tools, but now you can do it all in one right when you're either optimizing or creating your listing. So here is how it works. Basically, go into Listing Builder if you already have one, or you can start a new one. I'm going to go ahead and do a create from scratch here. And then it says, enter an ASIN option. Let's go ahead and put in my bath mat. So let's go ahead and copy the ASIN here and put it here and just say start building. All right. And this is the new default page where you can do all your keyword research. I highly suggest having your own ASIN here if you already have one. Leave this blank if you don't have one. And then put your competitor ASIN. So let's just go ahead and throw in some of these other bath mats that you see here. By the way, guys, quick tip here. Anybody who has the Helium 10 Chrome extension and you have brand registry, you'll always see who's the most clicked for a certain keyword by looking at this little blue bar that says ABA most clicked. So those usually you want to go ahead and copy. So let me just go ahead and copy these ASINs as my competitors. I suggest doing like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or maybe a little bit more. Now, once you've pasted your ASINs here, you can say exclude variations, because if there's a whole bunch of colors and you're like, no, I only want to look at what the bat maths are doing, then you don't have to worry about that by clicking exclude variations. Now, look at all of these ones here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different keyword sources. So I'm going to hit select all. And this first one, what is this first one doing? It's saying find my brand analytics converting keywords with conversion share above 1%. So in other words, whether I have search query performance or not, everybody has brand analytics, right? If you have brand registry and it goes back a lot longer than search query performance does. So it automatically selects 25 weeks, the last 25 weeks of brand analytics, and saying, hey, show me all the keywords where I was one of the top 3 clicked and I had at least 1% of conversion share. So, sometimes you might see, products that or keywords where you were one of the top 3 clicked, but you didn't even get any conversion. So it's kind of arguable. Is that an important keyword? Probably not if you didn't get actually any sales from that keyword. So that's why I put a minimum of 1% here. And this is something no other tool has, guys. Nobody is searching brand analytics. If you wanted to do this, you'd have to download 25 times a 4 million line spreadsheet from Amazon to be able to get this information. And we're doing it in seconds. Anyway, so that's the first one. The second one, find competitor brand analytics keywords with conversion share 1%. Now, this is critical, guys, because if you have search career performance, you obviously can see the sales that your products are getting, but can you see the sales that your competitors are getting? You can guess, hey, using Cerebro, like, oh, where they're ranked high, they're getting sales, but that's not like 100% sure from the horse's mouth, from Amazon's mouth. But with this, with brand analytics, you are going to be able to see, again, the last 25 weeks, where did my competitors get guaranteed sales? In other words, not from Helium 10, but where is Amazon saying from brand analytics, my competitors got sales in the last 25 weeks on keywords where they were one of the top 3 clicks. So exclusive to Helium 10, these first 2 ones here. The third one, find search career performance keywords with at least 1 purchase. I might just go ahead and say, hey, show me the ones with at least 2 purchases. And again, I'm looking back weeks or months. I think I'm going to look back months instead of weeks. So I'm going to look back at the last like 11 months here. Which keywords did I guarantee get myself sales from? Next one, this is from Cerebro. Find top keywords. All right. So this is just using the 1-click button from Cerebro where it's like, hey, where are the keywords where most of my competitors are all on page 1 for? And then find opportunity keywords. Where are the keywords where my competitors, they're only in, only 1 or 2 of them are in the top 10 and the others aren't. The next one is historical top keywords in the last 24 months, 12 months, or 6 months. In other words, my competitors, maybe right now, they're not ranking highly for a certain keyword, but they were 3 months ago, 6 months ago. This is going to find that. This is another Helium 10 exclusive. You're not going to be able to get historical ranks on other products if you're using other kinds of tools out there. So that is what the historical top keywords are. The next one is find top performing organic keywords, where I'm like, you know what? I want to see where at least 1 competitor is ranked between 1 and 5. All right. Or the sponsor keywords. Hey, where is at least 1 of them going to top of search with their keyword? So I'm going to say 1 competitor ranking between 1 and 5. So this is like a super extensive way of doing keyword research. I hit apply, and now it is going to go ahead and pull all of these keyword sources up. Now, this is just version 1 of this. There's going to be a lot of cool things here where I can say, hey, where's my brand analytics keywords? Where's my competitor keywords? I'll have different filters here and things like that. This found 39 or 199 keywords. I'd probably want to go through this and weed out the ones that I don't necessarily want. Here, this is key because it says keyword sources. So Halloween bathroom decor, this was only found in historical top keywords. So by the way, guys, whenever you see a keyword that only is in historical top keywords or ABA converting keywords, be happy that you know that if you're using Helium 10, but your competitors out there are using another Amazon tool, they don't have this keyword. Why? Because only Helium 10 has this historical keywords and ABA. So this just shows you how much more of an advantage you're getting and how much of a detriment you are if you're using something else out there. So super important that you can see where the source of the keyword is. Look at this one here, the Halloween rug. This was in converting keywords for my competitor. It was in opportunity keywords. It was in historical keywords. So it's like, that one might be like, you know what? This is an important keyword. So what I would do is I would actually star it here because there's 199 keywords here. You guys know you cannot put 199 keywords in phrase form in your listing. You want to prioritize the ones that are most important. So whatever criteria you want to use, go ahead and use that and star the keywords. And I'll show you where this star comes in so that when you're writing your listing, you're like, oh, these starred keywords, these are the ones I have to get in phrase form in my listing. So anyways, I would go through this list. I would delete the keywords. Like if I found keywords that were from a competitor or something like that. And then once I'm done starring my keywords and also going ahead and deleting the keywords I don't want, I'm going to hit next. And now here it is. I can now write my listing, or actually I have my listing here already made. I can now score my listing based on the competitors. Now, right now, I still have to go back and put in my competitor products. By the time you guys watch this video, it might have already automatically pulled in. Like if you put your competitors on the last screen, this is going to be something that's changed. But then look here, guys, in this list of keywords, if I put my mouse over, now I can see where did these keywords come from? Where was the source? So like that's another way that I can prioritize my listing. But now, guys, I really didn't even have to use Cerebro or Magnet or Brand Analytics, but this listing builder did it all so you can do your keyword research a lot more efficiently. So guys, check this out. This is only in beta right now. Let us know what you like and don't like. It was to elite members first. Now I believe all diamond members and up have access to it. So if you're a diamond member, hop in there. Let us know if you like this new feature or not. All right, next up, we've got an article from DigiDay. And this was making a lot of news in LinkedIn and other places this week where it says Netflix turns to Amazon to make its ads easier to buy. So basically, guys, you are now going to be able to, if you're doing DSP, or soon you're going to be able to put ads on Netflix. And that's kind of crazy. You know, Netflix is like the behemoth in the streaming world out there, right? For TV. You know, I think everybody I know has Netflix. And now, you know, there are some tiers of Netflix where there's ads. Imagine now being able to run advertising to your Amazon products on certain programs that are on Netflix and take advantage of the data from Amazon, take advantage of the data from Netflix. This article talks about, hey, starting in Q4, Netflix will make its inventory available to buy through Amazon's programmatic buying platform, the Amazon DSP, in 12 markets, including US, UK, Germany, and Japan. But this is key. It says, hey, not all DSPs are built the same. Unlike others, Amazon brings a layer the rest just can't match: commerce data. It gives advertisers something beyond just reach, signals they can actually use to power their ads on Netflix. So for those of you larger sellers who have access to DSP, this could be something you want to start planning. I mean, just a real simple one. You guys know I watch a lot of Korean dramas on Netflix, and a lot of you do. Anybody who watches Korean dramas know that they always put these like subtle ads, not ads like overlays, like it's actually in the program where companies pay for spots. Like one of my favorite ones is this Kopiko coffee. It's literally from Korean dramas where I learned about this because they would subtly have the actors use it and stuff. And I was like, let me go ahead and buy this. But imagine now a world where this brand, if they have their own brand on Amazon, Kopiko, they can now target like the episodes or something where they know that this product is going to come up, or who knows, maybe even the timestamp or something. And when the audience is watching these actors consume this Kopiko coffee, boom, all of a sudden a little ad might come up to you. Want to buy this on Amazon with one click, on your Roku device or something like that. So who knows like what all the possibilities are going to be for this, but kind of exciting, the streaming TV coming together with Amazon. All right, next up, it is our strategy of the week. And this is going to be about TikTok Shop. For those of you who are just starting on TikTok Shop, you might not have a way to kind of like ship your inventory, right? Or to ship your orders. You don't want to put it in your own garage. So what is a way that you can, with just a few seconds, be able to set something up where you can have your orders from TikTok fulfilled by your Amazon orders? Carrie's going to show us that right now.
Maybe you already have all of your listings active on TikTok, but you don't have your own warehouse or inventory at home. The only way to fulfill TikTok Shop orders is by using your Amazon FBA inventory. That's where MCF, or multi-channel fulfillment, comes in. Amazon will ship your products from your FBA inventory for non-Amazon orders, whether that's Walmart, TikTok Shop, or Shopify. And with Helium 10's tool, you can map your Amazon SKU to your TikTok Shop SKU in seconds. Once they're mapped, any TikTok Shop order automatically creates an Amazon MCF, or multi-channel fulfillment order, and you don't need to manually create orders, check tracking, or update anything. Amazon is going to handle everything: the picking, packing, shipping, and delivery to your TikTok Shop orders. You can actually go and find this under the tokens page, or if you go to inventory management, the inventory management tool that we have, and this is where you can find it. And so you can see here that we have our products here, and then you can map it to the Amazon SKU. So we've got ours all labeled here, made it super easy. And all you have to do is do this drop down and choose the right SKU for the product that you have on TikTok Shop. Now, this here is a safety stock. So say maybe you go viral on TikTok Shop and you don't want to completely run out of inventory because you need that inventory also for your Amazon sales. You can create a safety stock, and you could say even like 100, 200, 50, whatever it is, you can put there as safety to make sure that you have enough stock to cover your orders for probably at least 2, maybe 3 weeks, depending on the time of year, is what you could do there. And then you'll choose the fulfillment method, which is FBA, MCF integration. And then you can choose the priority based on whatever you want. You can do standard, expedited, or priority. And that's for Amazon multi-channel fulfillment. So this overall is a very simple way to have Amazon fulfill all of your TikTok Shop orders without even touching any inventory. And I know a lot of people have this question because they don't know, where to get their inventory from or how to kind of move it around. This makes it super easy. And with Helium 10, the setup just takes a second.
All right. Thank you for that, Carrie. So for those of you who haven't started on TikTok Shop, what are you guys waiting for? For those of you who have been on TikTok Shop and you already have your token connected, make sure to go into the connections and also add your TikTok advertising token to Helium 10. Reach out to customer service if you haven't done so. You have free access. Those who have the diamond plan, you have free access to our Helium 10 ads tool for TikTok Shop. So we'd love to get you guys in there testing it out. All right, the next article that we have is something that was shared. I saw on LinkedIn, also in an Amazon Experts Slack channel that I'm in, but an interesting article from Amazon saying that there is a beta right now that they're doing for virtual multi-packs. You guys know what virtual bundles are, right? Where you can take, your coffin shelf and then your bath mat, 2 separate listings, and then make a virtual bundle where somebody buys it together. It's on your order side, it comes out to 2 separate orders, but it goes to the customer, and it's kind of like if they're buying 1 product, even though it's 2, right? But now they're testing something. It says starting on the 25th, they're going to be testing something that's called virtual multi-packs. That's, let's say I don't have a variation listing and I only have a coffin shelf, but it's going to create a variation and have a 2-pack, a 3-pack, a 4-pack of the coffin shelf. It's going to look like a variation, like if you had multi-quantity packs, but it's still all your 1 product, your 1 SKU, and it's just like putting 4 of them together. Now, this is going to be interesting. You can't opt in. All right. This is something that they're just randomly picking people to be in this beta. But if you want to see if you were picked, just look in your managed inventory and look for this VMP_ prefix. And if you see a SKU that has that prefix, that's Amazon created a virtual multi-pack SKU for you, and you'll be in this pilot program starting on the 26th, and they're going to be able to be purchased starting in October sometime. So kind of interesting test. What do you think? Would you guys want to opt in or opt out of that service? From what I understand, there's not going to be any kind of like discounts on the order for like the pick, pack, and fulfillment, which kind of sucks. But still, hey, increasing your average order value without having to like send in separate inventory for a multi-pack, that might sound pretty decent for some of you to, get a little bit more profit, a little bit more sales. All right, last up next week, guys, make sure to check us out. We will all be at Amazon Accelerate in Seattle, largest Amazon event of the year in North America. Usually like 3,000-4,000 sellers there. Amazon releases all of its latest and greatest feature alerts, and Helium 10 on day 0, which is Monday the 15th, is going to be doing our quarterly elite workshop. I've got, as of the time I'm making this, 10 tickets open. I'm opening up to everybody. The regular price is $299. It starts at 1 p.m. on Monday. So if you are in Seattle for Accelerate on Monday, the day before, and you want to attend this for free, go to h10.me/Q3 workshop, h10.me/Q3 workshop, and then use the coupon code ELITE100, no spaces. That is to get $299 off. So basically your ticket is free. If you try and add it to cart and it says out of stock or sold out, that means by the time you're reading this, we already filled up those 10 spots. But I wanted to open it up so give some non-elite members a little taste of what we do here at Helium 10 for our elite workshops. We have 2 good speakers, Delaney and Jason, who are going to be talking about some really cool topics like how to increase your LTV and how to monitor it and a bunch of other cool stuff. So, and of course, I left the most important thing for some of you last. There's a happy hour after. We're going to have like free drinks and food and stuff right after the workshop. So come for the Amazon events, stay for the party, little mini party afterwards, h10.me/Q3 workshop. And then even if you don't attend, make sure to stop by the Helium 10 booth. I'll be speaking, check the schedule of when I'll be speaking. I'll be speaking at different events at the Accelerate, be talking about advertising and some other topics. So make sure to check us out. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll see you probably next Friday with perhaps an episode where we recap what happened at Accelerate. So until then, we'll see you guys and we'll see you next week so that you can see what's buzzing.